72 for 9 is all.
Rohit Sharma now facing. So change in field. There's no slip in position for Rohit as well. As Jai Richardson changes his angle, comes over the wicket to the right-hander. Back of length on the off stump. He drives and plays it to the fielder at mid-off. No run added there. "13 for no loss in the fourth over, India. Jai Richardson once again to Rohit Sharma, this time a thickish outside edge, back of length delivery outside the off stump, and he's played it down towards third man for a single. Moves on to 3. 2 runs of this over. It's a much better over from Richardson, who had conceded 10 in his first. Much better control. India 14 for no loss in the fourth over, chasing 273. Very, very important that they get off to a good start. Australia, meanwhile, if somehow they can etch out the wickets of Dhawan, Sharma and Virat Kohli, it will really bolster their chances. Richardson coming around the wicket, fuller delivery to Dhawan. He tried to turn it down towards the leg side, but only a defensive stroke. So the bowling options: Adam Zampa, Nathan Lyon, almost seems like they are the ones who hold the key. Maxwell in there as well. Richardson to Shikhar Dhawan, this time on the up and drives, but straight to the fielder and extra cover, who dives to his left, but in the meantime the batsman crossover for a single. Quick one. Nathan Lyon, the fielder. 4 overs gone then. It's 15 for no loss. Shikhar Dhawan 12 not out of 13. And Rohit Sharma 3 of 11. Decent start from India, not a high-flying one. .75 his batting average in ODI series deciders since 2016. He scored 295 runs across 4 innings. that included a century and 2 half centuries, and that's we're talking about final ODI deciders. And in any series, in the final ODI, those 4 innings, that's 46, 71, 113 and 65. So Australia know this is the 1 wicket that they need. 15 for 1 in the 5th over. .273 the target. What's the field for Virat Kohli? A slip in position, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on and mid-wicket. There's also square leg and third man in position. Cummins from the far end to Virat Kohli, who's forward and plays a defensive drive towards cover. No run added of the very first ball, and his ODI career, age at 30, 227th match, 10,823 runs, 49 half centuries, 41 hundreds. What a conversion rate. That average is 59.80. Best of 183 in 2012. Strike rate of 90. If you're not yet convinced, maybe in a few years you will be. This is one of the all-time greats in ODI cricket. Pat Cummins to Virat Kohli, drives into the gap between extra cover and point. No stopping that one, and you can hear the cheers. That's a first boundary for Virat Kohli. He's off the mark with a 4. 19 for 1. A bit of an anticipation in the crowd with Kohli at the crease. Like I said, homeboy. We have seen a lot of specials from him over the years on the television sets. About time to see one at the Crown, where he played most of his formative cricket. This time trailing down the leg side, he's flicked it. Quick run, Rohit Sharma answered the call. Cummins kicking the ball, trying to hit the stumps. Oohs and ahs, but no hit. So Rohit safe there. A single then, cheeky, risky, if you can say so. Came off his pads, no bat involved, but maybe an inside edge because the umpire didn't signal. Cummins playing a bit of football. Direct hit might have been interesting. Touch and go. Here's a question: how many times a bowler has kicked the ball on his follow through to the stumps while the batsmen are trying for a single and got a run out? I'm sure statisticians have that answer, but scorecards don't. One for memory. Cummins to Rohit Sharma, who drives to the left of backward point. Third man is a bit too fine. No stopping that one. 9 runs off that over, as well as a wicket. 5 overs gone. India 24 for 1.
Nova Employment has been matching businesses to staff with ability for over 28 years and have an unbeatable track record of success. Nova can assist businesses of all sizes.
I'm Susie from Extend Bar in Parramatta. Nova Employment has matched our vacancy with an employee who has excellent work ethic and great attention to detail. I'd recommend other employers focus on ability.
Recruiting? Choose Nova Employment, Sydney's premier disability employment service. Visit novaemployment.com.au.
You're listening to Macquarie Sports Radio's coverage of Game 5 of the ODI series. Australia up against India thanks to BKT Tyres.
Here's that target of 273. Change in commentary. Chetan Narula takes a break and Ravikant Singh. As Jai Richardson starts a new over, facing him is Virat Kohli. Guides this one to third man, will pick up a quick single. Wants a second, but there is no second, so score moves up to 25 for 1. At the end of 5 overs, India were 24 for 1 compared to Australia's 30 without loss. Australia would be feeling a little done in because they had the momentum when the second wicket stand was going on. The second wicket added 99, but once that second wicket stand was broken, they did lose a fair bit of momentum, and instead of going past 300, they have been stopped at 272, but even that is not a big total here at the Firozshah Kotla. Next one from Shai Richardson outside the off stump, pushed away towards cover, no chance of a run. Fielding at cover is Nathan Lyon wearing shirt number 67 should be in action not long from now. He's Aaron Finch who's fielding at mid-off. Tosses the ball back to Jai Richardson. Was a fairly angular run up to the wicket, bowling from the media boxing. Third delivery of this over. Jai Richardson outside the off-stump, pushed towards the point fielder. That's Glenn Maxwell. Picks up and returns into the gloves of Alex Carey. No chance of a run. So single and then 2 dot balls. For those of you who are numbers minded, Australia, the highest chase by India ever was 281. That was in 1982 against Australia. The last time a 250 plus score chase in this ground was from Sri Lanka beat India. This time a driven between cover and mid-off. Silken touch there from Rohit Sharma. Gets him his second boundary. He moves on to 11 and India 29 for 1. 1996 World Cup encounter where 2 legends in the making, Sanat Jayasuriya and Romesh Kaluvitharna, got among the runs and hit India out of the attack. This time guided to the third man region by Rohit Sharma, and Jai Richardson cannot stop that single. The score moves on to 30 now for 1. One more delivery to come in the 6th over. India were pretty smug after having scored 272, but then Manoj Prabhakar was one of the bowlers who was taken to the cleaners, resorted to bowling off spin to stop Kaluvitharna and Jayasuriya from hitting over the top. As Jai Richardson comes in for the last delivery of this over. This time pitched full and pushed away towards mid-on. Marcus Stoinis having a shy at the non-striker's end, but he misses. 6 overs gone, 31 for 1. Highest chase by India against Australia is a paltry 230, and that certainly will not be very and that figure of 230, the highest chase by India against Australia, is at Firozshah Kotla in the last 10 years. So numbers don't really stack up for India as Pat Cummins starts a new over. This time guided towards third man by Virat Kohli, will get a single. Moves on to now 8 of 6 deliveries, 1 boundary to his name. Silken touch to the covers that got him the boundary. 32 for 1. India needs one of these 2 batsmen to bat through the innings if they want to make a successful run chase of it. Right-handed Rohit Sharma now on to strike. Fine leg inside the circle. Third man on the boundary. This is a backward square leg for Rohit Sharma. Storm and Peter Hanscom picking up at Widish Gully. No chance of a run. Score remains at 32 for 1. Virat Kohli at the non-striker's end would be hoping to get a big one. Hasn't really had any big innings. Was out for 7 in Mohali. 123 in Ranchi, but that was in a losing cause where Australia won by 32 runs after scoring 313. That comes once again to Rohit Sharma, playing it defensively towards point. Picked up by Glenn Maxwell. No chance of a run. Score remains at 32 for 1. Virat Kohli is certainly a man whom India would be looking up to. After all, he is the captain and the leader and the top one-day international batsman in the world. Much feared for his hitting. When he gets going, certainly the runs flow, and India and all the supporters will be hoping for exactly that. The next one from Pat Cummins, nasty rising delivery and taking Rohit Sharma by surprise. Lucky to get it at the top of the bat as it drops close where silly point would have been, but this is one day internationals. Got it on his flush on his glove there as he was rocked back trying to move forward, also brushing the glove and onto his right arm. So took off his glove to check if there was any damage to the right thumb, but ready to take strike again to Pat Cummins. Single followed by 3 dot balls. That's what Pat Cummins has delivered so far, this time pushing it towards the cover area. No chance of a run. Score remains at 32 for 1. Rohit Sharma has faced 20 deliveries for his 12. Often a slow starter, but once he gets going, he can really change gears and speed it up. That's what he has done in previous encounters. Remember when he was having a good partnership with at that 193 run partnership, then he was in top form. This time clipping away towards the onside. Backward shot leg as a long chase, but stopped for a single. 7 overs gone. India 33 for 1.
Every child deserves a quality education. Australia's strong economy is helping to deliver record funding for government, independent and Catholic schools. From $17.5 billion in 2017 to over $31 billion in 2029. We want teachers to have the support they need to help students feel ready for the future. To find out what this means for government, independent and Catholic schools, visit education.gov.au/quality schools. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
You're listening to Macquarie Sports Radio's coverage of Game 5 of the ODI series. Australia up against India, thanks to BKT Tyres.
In the last over from Pat Cummins, there was a short rising delivery that caught Rohit Sharma flush on the thumb. So the physio has to come out and possibly help the batsman out of that painful blow close to the nails. All that done, and he is ready to take strike as Jai Richardson will continue. He's bowled 3 overs for 20 and would be really wanting to attack. Cummins has got figures of 4 overs, 13 runs and a wicket, that of Shikhar Dhawan, caught behind by Carey. As Jai Richardson runs away from us from the media box end. The next one is outside the off stump, pushed back towards the bowler by Rohit Sharma. Score remains at 33 for 1. India scoring at 4.60, needed to start the chase with the required run rate of 5.46. Gone up to 5.60, but that wouldn't really be worrying the Indian batsmen just yet. They would just be looking to get set on this wicket, and once you get set, the runs do come, as Peter Hanscom and Usman Khawaja showed. This time space outside the off stump, and standing tall is Rohit Sharma and punching it to his cover. 4 runs. No chance for a point or the cover fielder to move. Punched between the two, bisecting the two, and racing away to the boundary. Standing tall on his toes was Rohit Sharma, and that glorious strike from Rohit gets another 4. He moves on to 17 now. 3rd boundary from his bat. India 37 for 1 as Jai Richardson comes in once again. This time again, room outside the off stump, an outside edge, flies away to the 3rd man. There is no slip, and another run. 38 for 1 in the 8th over is India, chasing that 273 for 1. 273 the target for them, and that will certainly be some asking, because it is not going to be an easy chase. 8th over in progress. Jai Richardson has been slightly expensive compared to Pat Cummins, and he might be looking at a double bowling change after this over. This is the 4th over from Richardson. He's given away 25. Economy rate of 6.3. This is the 4th over, 6.82. Whereas Pat Cummins has gone for just 13 in his 4, 3.25 his economy rate. Richardson had a good outing with a bat, struck 29 of 21 to see Australia pass the 250 mark. Wasn't able to really carry that confidence into the bowling. Next one is pushed straight to the mid-off fielder. That is Aaron Finch, the Australian captain. Score remains at 38 for 1. Virat Kohli's batting average is certainly something to talk about. At the Firozshah Kotla, he is an average of 50.5. So the crowd out here in numbers to cheer the local boy as the over bowled. 8 overs gone, 38 for 1. Virat Kohli now on strike. 8 runs of 9 deliveries, 1 boundary to his name. Rohit Sharma batting 18 will take strike in the next over. Remains to be seen who will have the ball. Well, looks like it will be Pat Cummins to continue, because Australia know that this pair means business, and if this pair has a long partnership, the 273 run target could vaporize very, very quickly. So they need to separate this pair. Aaron Finch knows that better than anyone else, as he has been at the receiving end. Once again, Pat Cummins bowling with a mid-off, cover, point and a wide-ish gully, plus a third man is Pat Cummins to Rohit Sharma, this time trying to punch it off his hips towards the onside. As far as the mid-wicket fielder is concerned, Usman Khwaja picks up, no chance of a run. Score remains at 31 for 1. Virat Kohli scored 202 runs so far in the 5 ODIs and an unbeaten 100 and a 50. Progresses closer to the 50 mark. All of a sudden, the strike rate starts going up as well. 2 dot balls in this over. Cummins comes in for the 3rd time from the punched off the front foot, but straight to the cover fielder. No chance of a run. Score remains at 38 for 1. 38 for 1. India a little behind the Australian scoring rate, but they won't be too worried about it just yet, because at the top of the innings, Australia had a pretty brisk start, but then they slumped in the middle overs from the 33rd over to about 46. So that was a 13 over period where they were really pushed back toward with the back of the wall. This time going for a mighty swing or a short delivery, missing it completely. Another dot ball for Pat Cummins. So struggling to get back onto ball is Rohit Sharma. Possibly a word with the captain Virat Kohli. Not really required. Possibly must have said something in Hindi and walked back. Virat Kohli often does that, walks down as if he's got something, looking for something, lost a key or something on the pitch, and then will say something and go back. Cummins once again after 4 dot balls, once again to Rohit Sharma. This time clips it towards mid-wicket. Usman Khwaja will clean up, no chance of a run. So 5 dot deliveries in this over from Pat Cummins. Excellent over from Australia, keeping the scoring down. but they know it's too good to last. These two men at the crease are men who can tear apart any attack in the world, and that's one of the reasons why Aaron Finch is depending upon his lead bowlers to keep things tight and possibly pick up the wickets, which will make life so much easier for the Australians to win this match and the series. This time driven straight to mid-off, and that will be a maiden over. 9 overs gone, India 38 for 1.
The Australian government is building a better tax system for hard-working Australians by tackling tax avoidance to ensure foreign and big businesses pay their fair share. An extra $5.6 billion has been collected in the last 2 years. And now the government is delivering tax relief for over 95% of Australian taxpayers and lower taxes for small businesses. Find out how you benefit from a better tax system at bettertax.gov.au. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
You're listening to Macquarie Sports Radio's coverage of Game 5 of the ODI series. Australia up against India, next to BKT Tyres.
Jai Richardson starts a new over. On strike is Virat Kohli, and the first one outside the off stump, coming in a bit and pushed back towards the mid-on fielder. No chance of a run. Score remains at 38 for 1. Kohli batting on 8 of 10. Rohit Sharma of 18 of 30. The previous over was a maiden, so that's brought down India's scoring rate to 4.15 as Jai Richardson runs in away from us. Time of over-pitch delivery, but can't pierce the field. Virat Kohli tried to guard it past point, but managed to hit it only straight to Glenn Maxwell. And kind of an electric fielder that Glenn Maxwell is. You don't risk a run to win, especially when the ball is hit towards his throwing arm. 10th over in progress. 38 for 1 India, chasing the target of 273. Jai Richardson, right arm over the wicket, running away from us to Virat Kohli. This time Kohli guides it towards third man. Pat Cummins will pick up, but not before a single has been completed. Single is all that the Indians are interested in. Score moves on to 39. So after 8 dot deliveries, single finally accrues to India. 39 for 1. So the stage where Australia had already reached the 50 mark. They'd gone at 9.3 exactly at this point. Next one from Jai Richardson, over pitch, but straight to Aaron Finch at mid-off. Doesn't miss too many out there. Another dot ball for Jai Richardson as he comes in once again. Had gone for a few in his first 4 overs, went for 25, but now has managed to pull things back. Just 1 run off the 4 deliveries he's bowled in this over. 39 for 1 India's score. India would just not yet be looking at the run rate because asking rate, and this time over mid-on into the fence, 4 runs. Slightly over pitching was Jai Richardson, and Rohit Sharma was in a flash, drove uppishly and over the mid-on fielder into the long-on fence for 4. So that 4 takes Rohit Sharma on to 22 of 32, his 4th boundary, and India now move on to 43 for 1. Jai Richardson has given away 30 so far. 1 more delivery to come in this over. This time again over pitching it, but straight to the cover fielder. Good fielding there by Usman Khwaja. No runs, so 10 overs bowled. India 43 for 1. Australia at this stage were 52 without loss, and that comparison certainly will take some beating because India can not really be worried about that because they know that they have the firepower to accelerate. This pair has already put on 28 of 34. Strike rate can only get better from here as we see the first change in bowling. It's Marcus Stoinis coming in for Pat Cummins. Previous over from Pat Cummins was a maiden. First power play completed, and umpire Joel Wilson signals that the second power play has now begun, where Australia can now have maximum of 4 players outside the 30-yard circle. They can have fewer if they want, but Aaron Finch taking the option for all 4. The Bennett deep fine leg slightly square, backward a square. The short mid-wicket and mid-on the onside, mid-off cover and point, deep cover on the offside, and a third man. Stoinis comes in, bowling to Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli first delivery on the leg side, turns around and looks, waxes bat on the pad. Disappointed that he didn't get hold of that one, but managed a signal nonetheless. Moves on to double figures. Now 10 gives a strike to Rohit Sharma, batting on 22 of 33. India's run rate 4.33. Required run rate has climbed to 4.75. It's not really anything to be worried about, as Stoinis will bowl right arm over the wicket. Got a start, so Stoinis stand down the leg side, beating Alex Carey, and that's 4 wides, signalled by umpire Joel Wilson. So India will get 5 runs off that one. 4 wide, so India move on to now 49 for 1. Boundary off the wide down the leg side fetches India 5 and an extra delivery to boot. 49 for 1 India in the 11th over. Marcus
Drive.
You know, I went to the museum all these years ago.
Love the museum.
And they had Farlap's heart.
I know. In a case.
Place.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 years ago, they declared that was fraudulent, and that was a draft horse's heart.
No, it's not. His
I'm
heart.
telling you, look it up.
No,
it's a scandal.
Farlap's heart was twice as big as the normal everyday horse.
No, they tricked everybody.
How do they know? Did they do DNA?
Yeah.
They did not.
They did so.
It wasn't one of those horses that the Carlton draft ad.
Drive with David Schwartz and Mark Allen on Macquarie Sports Radio. You're listening to Macquarie Sports Radio's coverage of Game 5 of the ODI series. Australia up against India, thanks to BKT Tyres.
India have not only got past the 50, but those gifts in the last 2 overs would stand them in good stead. Another quick single taken by Virat Kohli, takes them on to 55, and it is really now Australia who've got to try and stem things down. India's 50 coming up in 10.2 overs. A wide 5, then an overthrow 5, and suddenly Australia were looking like in a complete disarray as they just leaked runs everywhere. 55 for 1. Rohit Sharma on strike, guiding it towards third man to pick up an easy single. Moves on to 28. 4 fours to his name, one of them a gift from required run rate has now all of a sudden, thanks to those 2 gifted 5s, has climbed up to 5.25, and required run rate, which was hitting 5.8, has dropped to 5.5. The required run rate at the start of the Indian chase was 5.46, so they are there or thereabouts, and Stoinis is over, proving to be slightly expensive. This time pushed towards the cover, missed by Ashton Turner, but very quick backing up by Aaron Finch denied India a run. Score remains at 56 for 1. Wides down the leg side yielded 5, then an overthrow yielded another 5, and all of a sudden, within the space of 1 legal delivery, India had picked up 10 runs, turning things really topsy-turvy here. Australia trying to quieten things down. Stoinis comes in once again to Virat Kohli, guides it to third man, picks up a quiet single. 11 overs gone at the end of 11 overs. India 57 for 1.
It's Brett Steen from Jacaranda Financial Planning, here to sort out your super and retirement. Heard on the radio for years, we provide trusted, clear superannuation and retirement advice.
Book now for Brett's free Super and Retirement Planning Seminar, 6 p.m. Tuesday, March 19 at the Radisson Hotel in the city.
Learn tips and traps and how to make your account-based pension and super work. Book with Jacaranda on 9240 2610. That's Jacaranda Financial Planning, 9240 2610.
You're listening to Macquarie Sports Radio's coverage of Game 5 of the ODI series. Australia up against India, thanks to BKT Tyres.
41 balls. And Nathan Lyon has been brought in as a remedy. Australia suddenly losing a bit of discipline earlier. Marcus Stoinis, 1 overs, none for 14. Shikhar Dhawan was out earlier. Here is Nathan Lyon coming around the wicket, bowling to Virat Kohli. No slip in position, but there's a shot third man. And Virat Kohli dabs it down past that same fielder. He dives to his left, but unable to stop it. That's very clever positioning of the ball from Virat Kohli. And that's the 4 of a very first ball of this over. Brilliant shot, brilliantly placed, brilliantly maneuvered, however you want to put it. Opened the face of the bat, played it very, very late, and gets a boundary. He moves on to 16 of 17. He's in a mood today. This time short of length, backs off and plays it towards deep mid-wicket for a single. Moves on to 17 now, does Virat Kohli. Partnership 47 of 43. India need 211 of 232. Required rate 5.46. 62 for 1 the score in 12th over. Now how does Rohit Sharma play Nathan Lyon? Short third man still up, no change in the field for the right-hander again as Nathan Lyon bowls to Rohit. This time he's waiting and very quickly run the single by dabbing it in the wicket area at point. So this is good running between the wickets, good ploy from the two batsmen. 4-1-1 so far. That's 6 runs in the over. 3 deliveries and 6 runs already, and the pressure is on the bowler. Nathan Lyon not flustered very easily this time, worked down towards long on for a single. That boundary allowing the batsman to just rotate the strike, and these two are masters at it. These two play really good cricket. These two really maneuver the ball well against the spinners, and there is no doubt that Australia have a challenge on their hands as long as these two are at the crease. Rohit Sharma flicks it towards deep mid-wicket through that gap between square leg and the mid-wicket fielder up in the circle, and goes for a single again. So 8 runs off the over of the first 5 balls, and that has helped things move along. Partnership now 50 of 46 balls, and it has come in real good time. Nathan Lyon for the last time in this over, this time plays with very soft hands and dropped it down to its fine leg for a single, and that is the end of over number 12. It is 66 for 1. 207 now needed from 228 balls. Rohit Sharma 30 of 37 balls, 4 boundaries. Kohli 19 of 20 with 2 fours in there. Australia was 65 for no loss, India 66 for 1. If you can ignore the wicket that's fallen, they are neck and neck at this point, and you might just have to ignore it because Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli look in a mood. The problem for India is if these two get out, the middle order is a bit lightweight today. Missing Hardik Pandya, missing MS Dhoni. Those two are sureties for the World Cup squad. Marcus Stoinis is continuing from the far end. This is back of length on the middle and just maneuvered down towards deep square leg, and Virat Kohli gets off strike with a single. This is his game in terms of how he does it. Boundary, single, 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 boundary, picks up the odd boundary, runs hard between the wickets, and Rohit Sharma is happy to do the same. Almost textbook ODI cricket. They are very successful at it. 10,000 plus runs for Virat Kohli. Rohit Sharma closing in on 8,000 runs. As the back of length again from Stoinis, and Rohit Sharma plays it off his pads towards square leg for a single. Similar shot almost to the one played by Virat Kohli. Like I said, Both of them don't mind these things at all. They'll be happy to rotate strike. If they get a bad ball, they'll put it away. If they don't get a bad ball, they'll still put it away. They are class batsmen. And we saw that on the very first ball, Nathan Lyon bowled to Virat Kohli. This is going to be an engaging contest. As the play and a miss there, and he's gone! Virat Kohli is walking! Wow! What a turn of events that is! It was a wide delivery from Stoinis. Outside the off stump. Virat Kohli took the bait, went after it. And he's edged it to wicketkeeper Alex Carey. Marcus Stoinis went up almost immediately. Virat Kohli didn't even wait for the umpire's finger to go up. Feather edge. Carey knew, Stoinis knew, Virat knew, the umpire knew, and Delhi's crowd knows as well. This is a major blow. Virat Kohli, 20 of 22 balls, 68 for 2 India. You cannot stress enough how major that wicket is. India's chase has been dealt a major blow. And now, well, it's Rishabh Pant, another Delhi boy, walking out to bat. So Dhawan, Kohli are back in the hut. Can Rishabh Pant be the home hero? Delhi's crowd stunned. They were waiting for Virat Kohli to bring on a special knock today. Didn't happen. He looked in mood, but it didn't happen. 68 for 2 in the 13th over, chasing 273. India in a bit of bother now with Virat Kohli gone. Rishabh Pant walks to the crease. Marcus Stoinis has done the trick. Very uncharacteristic shot from Virat Kohli. Wide outside the off stump. He went to chase it. He knew instantly he'd done it wrong. Broken his discipline and paid the price. India might end up paying the price. It's a lightweight middle order. Rishabh Pant, Vijay Shankar, Kedar Jadhav. And then at number 7, as early as number 7, Ravindra Jadeja. He can bat, but you don't want to rely on his abilities to win the game. You want your full-time batsmen to do the job. 2 of them, very important. Delhi boys, back in the hut. Dhawan gone. Virat Kohli gone. Rishabh Pant, 5th match for him. 77 runs, an average of 25. Highest score of 36 against Australia in the last game at Mohali. A slip in position for him. Mid-off, mid-on, extra cover and backward point as well. As Stoinis on the leg stump. He turns it down to his vacant square leg area. Wants to come back for a second, but Rohit Sharma says no. In fact, Pant had already decided no. Rohit Sharma also said no. So they had already decided on the 1 run. Visuals of Virat Kohli's dismissal again. Fingers turned on